Hi friends. So I just wanted to show you, it just got done doing a lot of rain for the last few days. But as you can see here, the lemon tree is doing so much better. It's loving the sun. And of course the rain. All this here is all new. So it's growing. I was definitely unhappy with the amount of rain we got, but plants seem to like it, so I guess it's better than me having to water. And here's the tomato plants. They're doing good. They were planted pretty deep, so that way they get a good base. And the serranos, right here, and then right here is another tomato plant, and it's this one. So we'll see how it turns out. And then another tomato plant right here. This one, these are tomatoes. I'm gonna move them when they get a little bigger. Leave one in here, but move the other ones. And here's a tomato plant. Now this tomato plant is for like your patio. So my husband thought it would be fun to get something like this to see how it turned out. This is just kind of like a trial thing, but you can see there's tomatoes in there. And I know you're supposed to pick off the suckers and, and all that, but, I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to do that with these or not. So, and I think that only costed him like $10 for that. And that was for the pot, the stand, and I can reuse the stand. Another tomato plant. Here's another one, and I don't know what they are. They were given to me. And then here's my broccoli right here. And my, look like somebody, I think this one was a small one anyways. Let's see how it does. Hopefully it does good. And then here's some more. My husband got a whole flat of those and a whole flat of cauliflower. So I'm not sure which is which. I'll know when they start producing, but and you can see right there. And then I have cucumbers. I got cucumbers right here. I think these are cucumbers. Could be wrong. No, they're the young, long neck squash. Right here's the cucumbers. Right here. These are the cucumbers. And they're the hybrids. We'll see. And some more cherry tomatoes. My husband loves them. And then some more cucumbers. He got a lot of cucumbers too. And then he got some squash and zucchini, and so looks like I might have lost my one blackberry, but this one's doing good. So we may have to get a new blackberry, but that's okay. I mean, it's right here. It hasn't produced yet, but we'll see. It hasn't gotten any green on it. I gotta clean that and put water in it. And we'll definitely see it needs to be done. And here's my raspberries. And they're doing good. Raspberries don't like a lot of sun, so they're really liking it right there. And it looked like something was in here. I'm going to choke them. Really, animals? Leave my lettuce alone. And then, see, something was in here too. I bet you it was my damn dog. I'm gonna choke him. Or her. Maybe I need to move him. I had problems with him down here once before. I may have to move these buckets. I don't want to, but I may have to. We'll see. We're removing that limb as soon as we get the lift down here. It goes over our fence, and then you can see, and it's a pretty good sized limb. But they wanted like $800 or $600, something like that, $600 or $800 to remove just that limb alone. And wow, that's ridiculous. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I know that in these buckets, yeah, something's chewing on them. Yep, I'm gonna have to move these buckets. Let's move them. They're heavy, but that's okay. My back can handle it. Or it's gonna handle it regardless. But I'm getting tired of working hard on stuff and then they get messed with. So I'm moving these down. Okay, so I relocated them so that way the dogs and I can keep an eye on them better. We'll see what happens. So they have been relocated. I had planned on putting flowers over here, but apparently that's not going to be the case. So over there is the no zone. And then the raspberries, the blueberries, the blackberries, and then all that right there. So I'm having to mow this yard and all the way back there in the front and the sides and everything. I think it took my husband and I almost 3 hours to push mow this whole yard. Usually it takes me about between 6 and 8 if it's just by myself. But our John Deere 318 tractor decides that it wants to spit and sputter and then cut out, but it starts right back up. It's just I hit the reserve and you know, to the reserve tank the other day when I used it because I ran out of gas, and I think maybe I clogged up the fuel filter I'm not sure. So if anybody is the knows John Deere 318s, they're the older tractors, and you know what possibly the problem might be, let us know so we can get it fixed. I can't push mow this yard by myself, and my husband, isn't off every weekend to help me with it, and I'm still suffering from doing it. My back just was very unhappy with me. So if you know anybody or you know anything about a John Deere 318, get in touch with me, because I would really like to be able to fix this problem. I can't afford. It'll cost me $160 for them to come pick it up, John Deere, and $160 for them to take it back to the shop, and then whatever else it's going to cost. I think my husband figured it up when he talked to the guy. Everything that they wanted to do to it, it came up to like almost $2,000, and I don't have $2,000. I don't know about you, but right now just paying my bills and putting food on the table, is tough. So, but anyways, this is my garden, and I'm going to be working in the front, so I will be videoing that either today or tomorrow. But this is the review. You can see a lot of rain. The ground's still kind of wet looking. You can see right here, it's still wet. It's dry enough to run a push mower over, but I wouldn't be able to pull my tractor out on it right now with the big rutted tires and all that. It's a heavy tractor. It's a lawnmower, but they call it a John Deere 318 tractor. And I've tried to take it to other to other repair shops, for regular lawnmowers, and they said they can't do it because it's considered heavy equipment. So it would be either John Deere doing the work or some other big time shop, and they're expensive. So, okay, friends, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Say hi. And if you're a YouTuber and you need to be subscribed to, let me know. I'd be happy to subscribe to your channel. Okay, friends. Bye.